This is Gia Prism, reaching beyond the veil to bring you Jim Morrison. In the 21st century, what you're going to find is that the human mind is going to expand far beyond the consciousness that you have even expected. Yes, you, even those of you who think yourselves on the front lines of consciousness, even those of you who have been fighting the good fight, as they say, even those of you who have been expanding your mind, who've been doing the healing work, doing the work to wake up humanity, to bring all of you together in a state of one consciousness. What you don't know right now is that you've already gone far beyond the goal. You've already gone to a place where you no longer have any sight of what's coming because it's so much bigger than you imagined. It's so much bigger than you dared to dream from the place you were when you first awakened. So many of us on the other side have been holding the line as it is, have been reaching down with you, holding your hand to bring you across the finish line. And we want to let you know that you have crossed that finish line. We want to welcome you over to this other side of expanded consciousness. So if you're going through life doing things the way you've done them before and wondering why you're not progressing, why you feel stuck, why you feel that things aren't really moving ahead, it's because you're using the same tools. Those tools that used to work in that third dimensional consciousness that was too narrow and too physical. Or now you've come through the fourth dimension and into the fifth, where everything is a manifestation of your desires. This is what you've been waiting for, right? This is what all of that free your mind, expand your consciousness movement has been about. Has been bringing you all together in one heart space so that you can create a new world together. You just didn't know it was going to look like this, right? You just didn't expect it to look the way it has been. And let me tell you, from our side, what you can't see is the fantastical streams of light that are not only coming to you every day, but are now radiating from you and radiating from that earth that you call your home planet. The light has won. The light was always meant to win, and now you are in a place where you can take the light that you are made of, the light that is bursting through you and coming down from the heavens. You can take this light and actually start to build with it, start to create with it, start to mold it to shape your desires and reality. And now if you want it to look a certain way and it doesn't, well, then I would say to you that it's time to get to work. Because you are a conscious co-creator. You're no longer sitting here with your eyes closed and your hands open, waiting for the divine to drop some knowledge on you. The divine is now waiting for you as the co-creators to shape your reality, to shape your destiny, to move the earth forward in all the ways that you, the conscious community, have dreamed of. You don't have to fight the man anymore. We did that. We did that and we won. So if you're still fighting the man, then you're holding yourself back in a place of conflict. And if you're in that place of conflict waiting for it to turn around, then you're not going to see the changes, because you have to be the changes. You have to be the ones to take this light that's coming down and to mold it and shape it and create the world that you want to see. And it doesn't have to be the way that I saw it back then, or the way that your friend sees it now, or some online guru sees it. You get to create the world according to your destiny and your desire. You are living on your own individual timeline with your own individual consciousness, and that consciousness wants to break forward into the world of form. So the more you allow yourself to break away from the pack, to individuate yourself from even the consciousness community, the more you're able to do that, the more you're able to step into your individual role as a co-creator of the new earth. Now, I know this might go against everything you have thought you knew about this space that we're living in now, and that's why I'm here, and that's why all of us, really, those who we are working with through Gia Prism, we're all here to give you a new vision. Because all that love and light stuff that I brought through in my generation has served its purpose, and now it's time to move into a new paradigm where you create what it is you want to create. You no longer have to fight through the noise to be heard. You don't need to be heard at all. It's not your job to awaken anyone around you. It is your job now to take a break, pat yourself on the back, and realize that you've already done the work, the hard part. You've earned your place here now as the forerunners of the new earth. You've earned your ability to create what you want to create. Why? Because you've done the work. You've done the work of bridging consciousness. You've done the work of holding the light. You've done the work of embodying more of your soul. And if you haven't, okay, fine, keep going. But you don't have to live in that paradigm forever. You don't have to be the one who's fighting in the trenches and fighting off the darkness anymore. You can be the one who steps into the light that your work has made possible. So if you've ever wondered when it's going to end, when all of the hard work and the fighting and the waiting is going to end, it's over, man. It's over. It's over, and we invite you to step into the new and to co-create with the consciousness that you have expanded. Now, I know you're probably thinking, okay, well, what about oneness? Don't we have to do this together? Well, that oneness is on a soul level. You don't have to agree with your neighbors. They're on their own individual timeline. And together, all those timelines will come together to create the one harmonious new earth. And they're going to have their own pace. You don't have to slow yourself down anymore. You don't have to make yourself so accessible to the people around you who are only going to get a tiny fraction of you. Because now that the light is here in full measure, you can use it because you know how. Those who are just awakening, they don't know how yet. They don't have enough space within them to harness that light, but you do. So holding yourself back, slowing yourself down, thinking it's still your role to awaken the others, that's the old way. It's the old way, man. You don't have to do that anymore. You've already done that. You've done the good work. Now you can let go of that paradigm and you can step forward because they need to see how it's done. They need to see you moving forward as a fully sovereign, fully embodied being. They need to see you harnessing that light, not being afraid. They need to see you confidently knowing that you can talk to the divine and the divine talks to you and through you. You need to work with the divine not simply as a servant anymore, but you need to awaken to your role as the one who calls the divine into your service, who takes his desires and then sends all the forces of heaven out into the universe to do your bidding. That's what you're here for. That's what you've earned. Your ability to be a co-creator, not just in those realms beyond, but here, in the physical, in the new earth. This is what we're all here for. And if you're seeing this, even if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, some part of you knows. Some part of you knows that we're here in a new era and everything's different. Everything feels a bit more magical. Everything feels a bit more accessible to you. You may not know how. Your ego may want to fight that and tell you that things are worse than ever before, but if you move into your heart, if you move into your heart and let your heart lead you, if you get out of here, if you get away from what the ego brain and the lizard brain and the human mind want to tell you, if you can move into here, move into your body, let your soul move fully within you, you'll be led and you'll be guided, and you'll understand that it is your time to move forward. That it is your time to go into the new realms and to create and let the world see you for all of your dazzling light. Harnessing energy, harnessing light, that's what this era is all about. Letting yourself get out of the mind traps into the heart and trusting that it's all happening now. And the more you trust, the more you can create. And the more you create, the more light you hold. And the more light you hold, the more it makes all of this possible. all of your work, all of your fighting, all of your soul excavation that you've done, lifetime after lifetime, has made this possible, has made all of this possible. So I want to welcome you. And I want to thank you for holding the light. Welcome. Welcome to the new consciousness. Welcome to the new earth.